next video. So in this video we are going to discuss about an off-campus coding question which is asked in 2022. Fine. So the question reads something like this, like given a list of integers, compute the running total based on the following conditions. So you are given one array, in the sense you can take array as well as list, so it doesn't matter, right? So there is a list or array, so and you need to follow these three conditions and you need to find out the output for this one. So coding language, it may be anything. I will be writing in Java. Okay, so the first condition says that add even numbered indexes to the total. So there is one variable called total which is initially assigned to 0, and you need to add all the even numbered index values, like what is the value at the 0th index, what is the value at 2 index, what is the value at 4th index. So these are the even indexes, right? So you need to add corresponding values to the total. And in the second point they say that subtract odd numbered indexes from the total, and the opposite of that one, that is you need to subtract all the values which are at odd indexes. And third point they said index 0 is considered as even index. That means you have to consider 0 as the even index, right? So this was the actual off-campus coding question, guys, and you can see the screenshot I have mentioned over here. And if I just zoom in a little over here, then you can see the examples which they have given. First example is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how it is to output, I'll just show you in a bit. Okay, so I'll just use a marker, guys, so that you can understand it properly. So the index for this thing will be, first one will be 0, then 1, and then 2. So here you can see the even index values are 1, 0 and 2, right? So at 0th index the value is 1, then plus. So at second index the value is 3. So it will be 1 plus 3 equal to 4. Fine. So after that I need to subtract the values which are present at odd index. Then at odd index, that is at first index the value is 2. So I will subtract now 2. That is, I'm talking about this one. So if I subtract 4, if I subtract 4 from if I subtract 2, then I'll be getting 2. Fine. So this is the output which they have given, and this is working in the same manner for the second example as well. So if you just mark it as 0, then 1, and then 2, then it will be 80 plus 30 minus 30, which will be 18. So that's why the output is 80. And here you can see 100 and 100. For this the output is 0 because it is 0 and 1. So it will be 100 minus 100. Fine. So these are the test cases, guys, and which you need to execute. Fine. So how to write the code for this one? It will be pretty much simple, guys. The logic I will be explaining right now. So you need to take just one for loop which will be iterating through the elements of that list or array. After that you have to check with the help of two if conditions. If the particular index element or index value is equal to 0, or if it is even, then I will be adding that element to the total. Otherwise I will be subtracting it from the total. So that is pretty much about the logic. And now let me go to the Eclipse, and I already created one empty project over here, so I'll be writing the code inside this one itself. So I'll just maximize the screen, guys, and here you can see I have imported all the libraries and everything has been done. In the sense the skeleton has been created. Now I will create one list. Okay, so or else I can create one array. So I will show you the array itself. So I will name it as array1, and I will be inserting the elements inside this one, that is 1, 2, 3. So these are the elements of array. Fine. So to iterate through this element I need for loop, but before that one I need to initialize the variable total. So I will write int total equal to 0. That means it will be storing the total sum of the elements. Fine. So after that I will be using the for loop. So for int I is equal to 0, I should be less than array1 dot length and I plus plus. So this is our for loop which is in the forward direction, and inside this for loop I will be using if condition. I will check if I is equal to 0, that means I have to consider it as even, and also there is another condition, so that's why I will take it as or. So I is equal to 0 or I modulus something like this, I modulus 2 is equal to 0. That means it's a even index which is completely divisible by 0. So its remainder is 0. That's why it is a even one. So in this case I need to add this one. So total is equal to total plus I need to access that element, so array1 of I will give, so that it will go to the index value and take the element from there. So after that you will be having another condition like else, and here just the opposite thing you have to do. So I'll just take the same thing and I will paste it here, but I will change the sign to minus, and this is the outer for loop. Here I will be printing the result, that is total. Fine, so this is the total, guys. And if I just save this thing and just try to run this one, let me just show you the output. Okay, so just a minute, guys, I'll run. Okay, one sec. This is file. Okay, fine, the output is here, guys, and you can see the output is 2. So in this test case also the expected output was 2. Now I'll give 80 30 30. So let me just change this one. So now you can see the output has been changed, and here you can see the 80 30 30 are given. I'll just run in front of you, otherwise I will add some sentences here. The final output is something like this. Okay, so I'll concatenate with total, and if I run this thing, now you can see the final output is 18. In the same way I will check for third condition as well, that is 100 and 100. So let me just give it as 100 comma 100. So if I just save this thing and run, then you can see the final output is 0. So that means our code is working perfectly fine, guys, and you can give any test condition for this one, it will work. So this is how you will be building the logic, and you will be coding it in the Eclipse or else any editor of your choice. So that's what I just wanted to discuss in this video. So for more such videos, you can subscribe our channel, guys. I will be explaining these type of off-campus, that means real off-campus coding questions daily. So it will be helpful for you to crack the off-campus coding rounds as well as to your interviews. So they might ask these kind of questions or the logic for these things in the interviews as well. So I hope you understood it clearly. So see you in the next one, guys. Have a nice day.